Hey everybody, so this is the beginning of a new pattern, and I haven't prototyped it yet, so we're going to be doing this prototype, which I think is going to work, but we're going to be doing it at the same time and learning as we go, I guess. But it's going to be a frog purse, and I saw this. My daughter had some earrings with this funny little frog. I think it's from someplace, but I'm not sure. But I'm sure somebody in the comments will point that out. But yeah, it's going to be a fairly. I mean, I'll just go through it. Here's gonna be the base. The one side's gonna go on here. The other side's gonna go on here. The front is right here. I have the belly. It's the same color as the base over here, and then here's the front where the belly goes. There's gonna be some red cheeks, some black eyes, and then here's the back side. And for the closure, you'll see that here's the stitching marks, and here's I have a circle punch for the eyes and for the back side. What I'm going to be doing is you'll notice some of these holes here. So I'm going to be using magnet rivets. So the rivet cap will go on the outside, and then on the inside of the leather will go the magnet, and then where the eyes go will clasp together with magnets, and that will be the closure. Okay, it's going to have there's some marks here on both the front and back. See these little marks right here? This is where the little tabs are going to go that are going to poke out, where you're going to put the D-rings for the shoulder strap. So this little marking is just for reference. I'd also just point out that when you're printing out the pattern, make sure you print it at 100% or actual size. And when you do, you'll see these little icons, scissor icons, and dotted lines. So you're going to cut down those, and you'll see here that there's tape. But I cut down the line, and then you stick them together, and you line up the scissor icons. So you line those up, and you line up the lines right here, down here. So that's what you're going to do when you cut it out, put it together, tape it, and then that's what your template is, right? So same thing for this one. I have the eyes, the stitching holes for the eyes, stitching holes for the cheek, the rosy cheeks, and for the belly. I have right here a smile, and I think I'm going to just punch some holes along the line there, and the little cheek poke outs, and I'm going to stitch probably some brown, maybe some light brown similar to this, and just make a little smile for him. Okay, so this one's pretty straightforward. It should be easy for any level of user or leather worker. So I'm going to get these taped down, get the holes punched, get them cut. I'm going to use these little circles to cut out the holes and the little rosy cheeks here. And as far as the leather I'm using, I found this leather at Tandy a while ago, but I don't know if you can see that. It has a texture to it. It has kind of almost a pebble texture, and I thought it would look really cool because frog's skin, I guess, has a little bit of a texture. It seems like, as far as I haven't seen a frog in forever, but it seems like it would be an interesting texture for a frog purse. But this is like probably about 5 ounce, 5.5 ounce. It's not thicker than that, but it has a medium temper, and I think it has a little bit of pull up, which should give some character. The belly and the base, similar thickness, but this one has more of a soft, non-textured finish. And then for the rosy cheeks and the eyes, I'm using a thinner. This is probably closer to 2 or 3 ounce leather, and softer, definitely, just because I don't want to add too much thickness for the eyes or the cheeks. So I'm going to go ahead and do all that, and I'll show you after I got everything cut out and punched out. Okay, be right back. Okay, so I got all the pieces punched out, holes cut, all that kind of stuff. I'm going to show you real quick. So I got the two for the back side that are green. Is going to match this green here to cover up the rivets, the magnet rivets. I got that. I got the bottom cut and punched out, so that's ready to go. And here, let me show you just what kind of the layout of this thing. It's going to be kind of like that. So yeah, I have the belly, and what I was thinking is as a alternate, what you could do with this belly is cut it into a slightly different way, but put a pocket, like maybe a zipper, right here, and you could unzip it, put stuff in it, or some type of pocket, some overlay, so it looks maybe like a mouth here instead of the mouth up here. And instead of making this the belly, make kind of like a mouth, you make this green and make this whole thing into a kind of pocket. That'd be pretty cool. It's not a bad idea. Anyway, yeah, I got this cut out, holes punched, got the little rosy cheeks, and got the little, these are the black, because that's the little earrings that my daughter has. The eyes are black, but I'm thinking I might put a little bit of white stitching just on one side to kind of give that light reflection. As just a little fun element. And then I got the little mouth holes here. Okay, so what I'm going to do first, I'm going to go ahead and stitch this down, because this gets stitched to the bottom and to the base inside out. Okay, and so this whole thing I'm going to be putting together the main parts anyway, inside out, and then folding it. And so this stitching won't be seen. It'll be hidden. It'll be underneath like that. But to do that, first I'm going to stitch this, and then I'm going to stitch the back and the front together along the sides, and make sure you don't forget to have the little tabs. These little tabs for the D-rings, they will get stitched like this on the inside, so it'll go inward here, like that, and then sandwiched. Remember here, there's the little reference marks on where that goes. So you're gonna stitch that like that, so that when you turn it inside out, these little tabs, they're gonna poke outward with the D-rings, okay? So don't forget about those. But yeah, I'm going to stitch the belly, stitch the sides, and then I'm going to stitch this, the bottom. I'm going to curve it all the way around. Well, it'll stitch around like that. Oops. Anyway, I'll get to that. I'll show you before I actually start. But so that's what I'm going to do first. I'm going to get some. I'll probably put these on first. These, the belly, just the top, and then I'll do the sandwich, this in the front with the tabs inside out. Okay, I'll show you what's next. Be right back. Okay, so like I said I was going to do, here's the front. Got the little rosy cheeks, got the belly, got the little mouth. Yeah, so what I'm going to do next, like I said, here's the back side. I'm just going to stitch the side here, the side here, and then I'm going to work on, inside out of course, I'm going to work on getting the base stitched like this. So once that's here, oh, and don't forget the tabs. Once that's on there, I'm going to work on getting the base, the bottom, stitched around like that. And of course I'll use these little stitch keepers. If you haven't seen these before, I recommend them every time. These little stitch keepers hold things in place. Also make sure the holes are aligned when you're putting it together, and of course you have the same number of holes punched out. So I'm going to use these as well to hold things together and use it there as I stitch. Okay, so I'm going to go do that and the base, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I wanted to show you real quick. Got the sides done, and I did a couple of just besides the saddle stitch and where those tabs go in for the shoulder straps, the D-rings, I just wrapped a couple times around those to give a little bit more strength there and keep it nice and tight. So all those saddle stitching right there, kept it nice and tight. I left the last one open just because that's where it's going to be stitched here. So you see I have the little stitch keepers in place. I'm going to go ahead and stitch all the way around before I turn it inside out. And just so you know what I'm using as far as thread, I'm using tiger thread or Ritza 25 tiger thread. I'm using 0.6 width thread, and the holes I'm making are 1.2 or 1.5 millimeter holes. And the distance, I try to use 6 millimeter width between holes, so 6 millimeter width on center, not from the edge. So that's what I have so far. I'm going to go ahead and finish that, and then I'm going to turn it inside out so I can start working on the magnetic rivets in place before I stitch the covers. In this case, it would be the eye. On the back side, I have the green. That'll be a placement there. So I'm going to do that, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I got the stitching done on the sides, along the bottom. Got the tabs, made sure those are in there. I went ahead and I just kind of have the magnetic rivets kind of held in place because I wanted to make sure that they were going to be looking good. But I haven't riveted them down yet. But they do line up. They do line up. The holes all line up really nicely. So that's going to work out nice. What I was thinking of is these do come in black. So if you wanted to do this with the rivet just in black and keep it like that instead of doing this little cover for the eye, you could totally do that. I think I might do that for the next one I do with these. Just not do the stitch holes around here and get a larger, because they do come in like 12 millimeter, 14 millimeter. And I think there's an 18 millimeter as well. So it would be slightly bigger, and you wouldn't need to do those the stitch holes for the eyes. But since I already did, I'm going to go ahead and get these put in place and set, and then I'll stitch the little eyes around like that. And like I said before, I'm going to use some white thread along one side to kind of give it that eye reflection. Yeah, okay, I'll be right back. Okay, and here it is. I got the little covers over the magnetic snaps, or the magnetic rivets, I should say, here and on the back. And those are lined up here in the front. Like I said, I did the black thread and then some white to kind of give it that look like a eye reflection that I've seen on the little earrings that she has. So yeah, I'm going to, well, let me show you the inside too. Let's see how much space there is. It's quite a bit of space to put stuff in there. I could probably fit a couple sandwiches, a few monster drinks. Yeah, could fit quite a bit in there. Anyway, yeah, I like it. I'm going to have her model this and see how it looks, and I'll take some more pictures. Okay, since this is pretty straightforward, I don't imagine you're going to have very many questions. But if you do, contact me here on YouTube or Etsy or Facebook or Instagram, any of the socials that I'm on. Feel free to ask questions. If you have tips or tricks or things that you want to do with this, or you modify it and make it look cooler, send me pics. I love to see how people modify my patterns. So yeah, that was it, and good luck, and I will see you guys later.